What's up, guys? It's Jasleen back with another video. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. I've always wanted that big sister that can kind of pour into me, help me through life, give me some guidance and some tools because child. So I'm hoping that through this channel I can be a little bit of that to whoever's watching and whoever's ready to receive me. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so today we are going to be talking about relationships. That seems to be a huge topic. That seems to be just what's popular right now and what's on everybody's agenda and mind. Everybody wants to be in a relationship, which I get it. Yeah, I'm single. What do? Do you cry? Do you get sad? Do you get depressed? Do you eat ice cream all day? Do you get high all day? Do you go out drinking and partying? So first off, we're going to talk about our single season. Because so many people want to be in good, healthy relationships, but you're not navigating your single season properly. Or you don't know how to navigate your single season. 5 tips of advice that I personally feel can help as you're going through your single season to help you become the healthiest, highest, grandest version of yourself. So by the time you look up, you're gonna be like, child, if relationship come or if it don't, I'm good. But at the end of the day, they're gonna have to make sure that they add and they're whole and they're healthy and they're God-fearing, because all of this ain't just for anybody. So when you're in your single season, that is the perfect time for you to reflect and learn. A lot of the times we end up in these long, drawn out cycles where we attract the same type of person over and over and over and over again. Why? Because we didn't reflect and learn. When you first become single, or if you're just in a single season and you don't understand, or you're ready for a relationship, 9 times out of 10 you haven't learned the lesson that you need to learn while you're in that season. And so until you learn the lesson, you can't move forward. How did the breakup happen? What are some things that you could have did differently? What was the dynamic of that relationship? What are some things that you missed? What are some things you let slide? When did you abandon yourself? When did you turn on yourself? When did you stop saying exactly how you felt? When did you stop standing up for yourself? When did you go mute and quiet because you just didn't want to ruffle any feathers? When did you go from feeling like a prize to feeling like you gotta hold on? Reflect on all of these thoughts, on all of these questions, on all of these ideas, and think about these things. And as you're thinking about these things and self-reflecting, see if maybe there's certain things that come up that actually has a connection or can tie into a similar event that happened when you was a kid. Right? So if at the end of the relationship you blew up and you was wilding out, maybe you just was knocking stuff down and going crazy because you felt disrespected or whatever, think about a time where maybe you threw a temper tantrum as a child. What was going on during that time as a child? How does that relate to the reaction you gave as an adult? Did you feel the same way? So as a child, when you threw a temper tantrum, maybe you felt that the love that you had with a parent or sibling or a friend or anything, that it was in jeopardy. Like maybe you thought you were about to lose them and you lashed out. And so now you're doing this again as an adult. This relationship is over, you lashing out. Instead of understanding that there's an ebb and flow. Some people come into your life to actually do life with you, and some people come into your life just to experience life with you for a little while. And when it's time to say goodbye, that's okay. Think about all the things that happen and heal that lesson so that it never shows up in your face again, and you don't have to go through this stuff no more. You don't have to keep attracting the same old bozo. Now moving into my second piece of advice and just ways to navigate your single seasons. Ask yourself, why do you want to be in a relationship? Why do I want to be in a relationship? Am I trying to fill a void? Am I yearning for something? If you're yearning for something, you're not whole. I'm sorry to tell you. So if you're because I want to be loved, I want to be touched, because I like rubs and hugs and kisses and all that. Yeah, sure, we all do. We all do. And there's ways that you can put yourself in environments where you get those things. And so then the next question is to figure out, how can I fill this void on my own? If I want to feel loved, maybe I need to go to a Sunday service, or maybe I need to be around family more. Maybe I can go volunteer and help out with kids or be around animals. Whatever it is, if I want to feel connection, let me go join a dance team or a dance class, sign up to give back to charity. Whatever it is, figure out if there's a way, because 9 times out of 10 there is, that you can fill that void on your own. So why do you want a relationship if your desire for a relationship is something to fill you up, you want a relationship for the wrong reason. If your reason for wanting to be in a relationship is for any other reason besides to serve, you want to be in a relationship for the wrong reason. You know you've gotten to a state of mind where you can truly steward over a relationship and pour into it and watch it grow in the most healthy way when you want a relationship for the other person, for this partner that hasn't came yet. You want to better somebody else's life. You want to fill somebody else's belly with your delicious food. You want to bring happiness and joy into a home. You want to bless someone with a legacy. You know, you want to help grow something with someone. You want to be a shoulder for them to lean on and do life with, like be a strong backbone of support. If your reasons for being in a relationship are reasons along those lines where you want to pour into someone else and give to someone else, then now you're on the right track. The third piece of advice that I will give for navigating your single season is do the things that you've always wanted to do. Do it. A lot of the times we be like, I can't do this until, I'm gonna wait until. Who's to say that when that person comes along, they don't want to do that? And now you're putting your dreams on hold because you feel like you don't want to pressure them or whatever. Or now you're going off and you're doing these things that you probably should have did when you was single. You're trying to do it while you're in a relationship. Do the stuff that you've always wanted to do. Like skydiving, go do it. Go do it in your single season. So even then when your relationship and your partner comes, you have these life experiences. You have this full life to share with them. Ideas and just these things that you can pour into them, and by the grace of God they will have the same that they can pour into you. You guys can be fascinated by the journey that each of you have had. You don't wait and kind of put your journey to the side because you like, I gotta wait until no, you while you're single, go out and do all the stuff you've always. Listen, if you've always wanted to date a bunch of people, this is your time. Go do that. Personally, I feel that whether you're a male or a woman, until you get into a relationship, you should date a bunch of people because you have to decide what you like. That's neither here nor there. If you want to be a hot girl, go do that. If you're a guy and you wanted to sow all your wild oats, go do that. You know, I'm not saying that that's right. I'm not saying that it's wrong. That's not my place to say. All I'm saying is when you're in your single season, think about all the stuff that you've always wanted to do. Maybe you couldn't do it because you were in a relationship, or you haven't done it because you keep thinking you need a relationship to do it. This is the time. And I'm going to tell you why, and it's going to navigate into my fourth point. Because when you do the things that you've always wanted to do, not only do you learn and know yourself, but you fall in love with yourself. That's kind of my fourth and fifth point. The fourth point, as you're doing these things that you've always wanted to do, you get to know yourself. What better person to be in a relationship with than somebody who knows themselves wholeheartedly, inside and out? Once you know yourself, you can recognize your patterns. Once you recognize your patterns, you can fix your problems. Once you fix your problems, you're a healthier, whole version of yourself. That's attractive. Then you are a magnet, literally pulsating out into the world, attracting people to you. Everybody wants something that's healthy and whole. Beauty shines and radiates through that. People feel you before you even speak. Go out, do the things that you always wanted to do, because in that you're gonna get to know yourself. You're gonna be like, what? All this time I thought I liked red, I really like pink. How? Because I noticed I'm always wearing pink. I always get my nails done pink. I always got on pink lip gloss. So this was a real thing that I learned about myself. As a child, I thought red was my favorite color. As I really started paying more attention to me, who I am, things I do, how I navigate, how I speak, it's like watching myself as if I'm not myself. I'm like, oh, you really like pink. You know, you really love spicy foods. You really like to be in the sky. That's something I've recently, boom, learned about myself. I love being in the sky. Like, it's just something about it that's so soothing, just being up there away from the ground and all the stuff that happens down here, and just It's so peaceful, especially when it's nice and clear. You can see the horizon or the sun. And so with that, I can just kind of chill up there and you know how people go for a drive or go for a run or go for a bike ride? I can go for a flight because I love being in the sky, you know, and it's something that I would have only learned about myself through getting to know myself and spending time with myself, trying different things to see what I like and what I don't like. And so this kind of ties into the 5th point. When you're in your single season, fall in love with you. That is the time to fall in love with yourself. Don't let nobody tell you you cocky, conceited, none of those things. As long as you aren't walking around thinking you better than somebody, fall in love. Be in awe of you. Look at you and be like, I'm proud of her. I love her. That's my girl. I'm crazy about her. I don't play about her. Face card never declines. That's the one. You sleep if you don't know her, if you don't get access to her, if you're not with her. Like, just understand that you are that girl. You are that guy. You got it. Like, fall so in love with yourself. And if there's anything about you that you don't like or that you feel that you don't have yet, that's the time to cultivate that. So in step 3, as you're going out and you're trying all these different things, and in step 4, as you're learning yourself and you're understanding who you are, what you like, what you don't like, how you react in certain situations, what environments are best for you and what environments are not best for you, the sky is top tier for me. Then you get into that 5th level of your single stage and you can start genuinely just loving yourself. Because let's say it's something that you learned about yourself you don't like. Well, now you can change it. Because you've taken the time to get to know you. And you've taken the time to realize, oh, I don't really like that I do that. You know, like maybe it's like, I always show up late. If this is something about you, you probably should know this about yourself already. But maybe you don't. Maybe you're the type of person that blame everybody else. To be like, the kid did something, my husband did something, my friends did something, the traffic was crazy, it was an accident, my car broke down, I didn't have enough gas, I woke up late, I had to stop and get my coffee. It's always something, and I'm always late. Maybe you get to a point where you like, listen, I always got an excuse for why I'm late. So you know what? I don't really like that. I don't really like that. And step 5, I want to be the highest version of myself because I love myself. So I don't want to short myself, you know, off of not doing things that I know I'm capable of doing and things being ways that I desire to be. You are a human being. So how are you being? And if you don't like how you're currently being, how do you want to be? Become that. That's what being a human being is about. So if you're like, you know what? For whatever reason, I always seem to be late. Something always happens. So I'm going to just make sure that I always leave out 30 minutes early. Just in case. Because I feel like it don't ever really be my fault. Things just be showing up. In some kind of way, I always be late. But I don't like that I have that trait. So I want to change it. I want to be in love with how I show up in the world. One of the ways I want to show up is I want to be prompt. Or I want to be early. I want to be reliable. So I'm gonna wake up 30 minutes. Because you're trying new things in step 3 and you're out and you're like doing things and you realize, that thing that I really, really want to do, I don't really enjoy. So maybe I should stop doing that. I was doing it because I thought I had to. This is what my partner, my spouse used to expect of me. This is what my family used to expect of me. Now that I'm single, I can realize that's actually really frustrating and annoying and I don't like doing it. Pivot. You are in your single season. Single season is the time, in a sense, to be selfish with you, to treat you like this precious gift in this box and you can't give yourself to anybody or anything until you understand how precious and valuable this gift in this box is, the elements of it, the quality, what it's made up of, what fuels it, what's gonna keep it shiny and nice and top tier. You understand all of that, and then you can say, hi, nice to meet you. I'm ready to bless you with my gift. And in turn, you bless me with yours. And you create a beautiful, magical experience for the both of you. So I hope this video was helpful to someone. I hope that I was able to pour into you all. Even if you just got one thing, I'm happy with that. And so with that, I will leave you guys and I will see you in my next video. I love you all. Ashe.